Let me tell you something. Your mind is the command center of your life. Every thought, every belief, every pattern running through your brain is shaping your reality. And if you don't take control of it, if you don't reprogram it for success, then guess what? You're running on old, outdated software that's been installed by your past, by society, by fear, by failure. It's time to upgrade. The truth is, most people are trapped in their own minds. They believe the same limiting thoughts over and over again. I'm not good enough. I don't have what it takes. I'll never make it. And because they believe it, they live it. But that's a lie. Those beliefs are just old programs, and you have the power to change them. How? By conditioning your mind daily. You don't build a strong body by hitting the gym once. You do it every day. The same goes for your mindset. You feed it with powerful thoughts, empowering affirmations, and a vision so strong that nothing can shake it. And let's get real. Greatness doesn't come from sitting around and hoping for a better life. You have to take massive action. You have to decide right now that you're stepping into a new identity. You're not someone who wants success. You are someone who is successful. And every action you take will reflect that. Look around you. Who are you spending time with? What are you feeding your mind? Because your environment is either lifting you up or pulling you down. You want to reprogram your mind for greatness? Then get around greatness. Listen to it, watch it, read it. Immerse yourself in it. And when life throws obstacles at you, and it will, you don't crumble, you don't give up. You take that pain, that setback, that challenge, and you use it as fuel. You turn it into fire. Because every single person who has achieved greatness didn't do it without struggle. They did it because they refused to let struggle define them. So, starting today, no more excuses. No more waiting. You are not a prisoner of your past. You are the architect of your future. And it all starts with one thing, reprogramming your mind for greatness. Now go out there and make it happen. Your mind is the operating system of your life, controlling every decision, every action, and ultimately every outcome. Just like a computer, it runs on the programming that has been installed over time. Your beliefs, experiences, habits, and the information you've absorbed from the world around you. If that programming is outdated, filled with self-doubt, fear, and limitations, your life will reflect it. But when you upgrade that system, when you install new, empowering beliefs, you completely change the trajectory of your life. Most people go through life unaware that they are running on subconscious programs that were written for them, not by them. They've inherited ways of thinking from their upbringing, their environment, and past failures, never questioning whether those beliefs are actually serving them. And the danger, whatever you believe at the core level becomes your reality. If you've been programmed to think small, to fear failure, or to settle for mediocrity, you will live within those limitations, no matter how much potential you truly have. But here's the good news. Just like software, your mind can be reprogrammed. You are not stuck with the default settings life has given you. When you consciously take control of your thoughts, challenge your old beliefs, and replace them with empowering new ones, you can reshape your entire existence. Instead of running on fear, you can install confidence. Instead of scarcity, you can program abundance. Instead of hesitation, you can wire in bold, decisive action. The process starts with awareness. Pay attention to the thoughts that run through your mind on a daily basis. Are they lifting you up or tearing you down? Are they pushing you forward or holding you back? When you identify the limiting beliefs that no longer serve you, you can begin to overwrite them with thoughts of possibility, success, and greatness. Your mind is the most powerful tool you will ever own, but like any tool, it must be sharpened, maintained, and upgraded. The question is, are you running your mind or is your mind running you? Because the moment you take control of your programming, you take control of your destiny. Limiting beliefs are the invisible chains that keep you stuck in the same patterns, preventing you from reaching your full potential. They are the silent forces that tell you what you can't do, what you don't deserve, and why success is for other people but not for you. These beliefs don't just influence your thoughts, they shape your reality. Because when you believe something is impossible, you won't even try. And when you don't try, you confirm that belief, reinforcing the cycle. Most of these limiting beliefs were not consciously chosen. They were programmed into you over time by society, by past failures, by the words of others who spoke doubt into your life. Maybe someone once told you that you weren't smart enough, talented enough, or capable enough. Maybe you failed once, and instead of seeing it as a lesson, you turned it into proof that you should never try again. The problem is these beliefs feel real. They feel like truth, but they are nothing more than stories you've been telling yourself. And the moment you realize that, you gain the power to change them. Breaking free starts with questioning everything. Ask yourself, where did this belief come from? Is it actually true, or is it just something I accepted without challenge? Because the reality is every person who has achieved greatness had to break through their own limiting beliefs. The difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck is not talent, intelligence, or luck. It's the ability to rewrite their mental scripts. Once you recognize these false limitations, the next step is to replace them with new empowering beliefs. Instead of I can't, start saying I can figure it out. Instead of I'm not good enough, tell yourself I have everything I need to succeed. Instead of success isn't for me, adopt the mindset that I am meant for more. The words you say to yourself matter, and the more you reinforce new beliefs, the more your mind will accept them as truth. The greatest breakthroughs in life happen the moment you stop believing in your own limitations. Your potential is not determined by your past. It is not determined by what anyone else thinks of you. It is determined by one thing, what you choose to believe. And the moment you choose to believe in yourself, you become unstoppable. Your mind is like a muscle. What you feed it, how you train it, and the consistency of that training determine its strength. Just as an athlete doesn't build endurance by working out once, you don't build a strong mindset with occasional motivation. True transformation happens through daily mental conditioning, repeated intentional efforts to rewire your thoughts, reinforce empowering beliefs, and prime yourself for success every single day. Most people allow their minds to operate on autopilot, absorbing whatever thoughts and emotions come their way. They wake up and immediately check their phones, flood their brains with negativity from the news or social media, and go through the day reacting to life instead of taking control. But if you want to achieve greatness, you must take charge of what you allow into your mind and actively program it for success. The most successful people in the world don't just hope for a strong mindset, they create one through rituals. They start their mornings with purpose, feeding their minds with powerful affirmations, visualization, and learning. They read books that expand their thinking, listen to voices that inspire them, and constantly reinforce the belief that they are capable of more. They set goals and review them daily, ensuring that their focus remains sharp. They don't wait to feel motivated. They condition themselves to act regardless of how they feel. And here's the secret. The more you practice, the stronger your mindset becomes. When you make daily mental conditioning a non-negotiable habit, you start thinking differently. You see challenges as opportunities. You silence the inner critic and replace self-doubt with certainty. You move through life with confidence, knowing that your mind has been trained to handle anything that comes your way. What you think about consistently, you become. If you want to create a life of success, abundance, and impact, it starts with mastering your mental conditioning. Because when your mind is strong, there is no obstacle, no setback, and no fear that can hold you back. Massive action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Too many people spend their lives waiting for the right time, the right opportunity, or the perfect plan. But success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who move. You can have the best ideas, the strongest intentions, and the biggest dreams, but without massive action, they remain just that, dreams. Most people hesitate because they're afraid to fail. They tell themselves they need more information, more preparation, or more confidence before they start. But the truth is, confidence doesn't come before action. It comes because of action. The moment you take that first step, no matter how small, you break through fear and gain momentum. And once momentum kicks in, everything changes. But here's where most people get it wrong. They try to change their actions without changing their identity. They still see themselves as the same person who struggles, the same person who procrastinates, the same person who isn't good enough. And that's why they fail. Because your actions will always reflect who you believe you are. If you want real transformation, you have to shift your identity first. Stop saying, I'm trying to be successful. Start saying, I am a person who takes action. I am a high achiever. I am someone who gets things done. When you make this identity shift, everything else falls into place. You no longer have to force yourself to take action because it becomes who you are. Think about the people you admire, the ones who are achieving at the highest levels. They don't just act successful. They see themselves as successful, and that identity drives every decision they make. You must do the same. Don't just do what successful people do. Become the type of person who naturally takes massive action, who doesn't hesitate, who doesn't overthink. And here's the key. Action creates results, and results reinforce identity. The more action you take, the more proof you have that you are that person. Every step forward, every challenge you overcome, and every risk you take builds your confidence and solidifies your new identity. So stop waiting, stop doubting. Decide right now that you are the kind of person who takes bold, relentless action. Because when you do, your life will transform faster than you ever thought possible. Your environment is shaping you every single day, whether you realize it or not. The people you surround yourself with, the conversations you engage in, the content you consume, all of it is either pushing you toward greatness or pulling you further away from it. If you want to change your life, you must first change what's influencing you. Look at the 5 people you spend the most time with. Are they lifting you up, challenging you to grow, and encouraging you to become the best version of yourself? Or are they feeding your doubts, reinforcing your limitations, and keeping you stuck in the same patterns? The hard truth is, your mindset and success will always be a reflection of your closest influences. If you spend time around people who complain, make excuses, and settle for less, it won't be long before you start doing the same. But if you surround yourself with people who think big, take action, and refuse to accept mediocrity, their energy will pull you up. And it's not just about the people in your life, it's also about what you feed your mind daily. Are you reading books that expand your thinking? Are you listening to voices that challenge and inspire you? Are you consuming information that makes you better, stronger, and more confident? Or are you filling your mind with negativity, distractions, and things that add no real value to your life? You need to be intentional about your environment. Seek out mentors, whether in person or through books, podcasts, and videos. Find a community of like-minded people who are striving for more. Cut out toxic influences, even if it's difficult. Your success depends on it. Success leaves clues, and the fastest way to elevate your mindset is to learn from those who have already achieved what you desire. Study their habits, adopt their mindset, and immerse yourself in their way of thinking. When you surround yourself with people who operate at a higher level, you naturally start to rise to that level too. You become what you repeatedly expose yourself to, so choose wisely. Align yourself with influences that push you toward your goals, and soon enough, you'll look back and realize you've become one of them. Obstacles are not meant to stop you, they are meant to shape you. Every challenge, setback, and failure you face has the potential to either break you or build you. The difference lies in how you choose to respond. Most people see obstacles as roadblocks, reasons to quit, or proof that they're not capable. But the most successful people in the world see them as fuel, opportunities to grow, to learn, and to become stronger than they were before. Pain is part of the process, struggle is part of the journey, but instead of resisting it, what if you embraced it? What if you stopped asking, why is this happening to me, and started asking, how can this make me better? Because the truth is, growth doesn't happen in comfort. Growth happens when you are tested, when you are stretched beyond your limits, when you are forced to adapt and push through. Every great success story is filled with failures, rejections, and hardships. The only difference between those who make it and those who don't is how they use their obstacles. Think about the times in your life when you faced difficulty and came out stronger. Maybe it was a job you lost that led you to a better opportunity. Maybe it was a relationship that ended, forcing you to rediscover your worth. Maybe it was a moment of failure that taught you a lesson that changed everything. Looking back, you can see how those struggles shaped you. But the key is to recognize it while you're going through it, not just after. Obstacles are the training ground for greatness. Every time you overcome one, you build resilience, confidence, and mental toughness. You start to realize that nothing can truly hold you back unless you allow it to. The challenges that were meant to break you become the very things that strengthen you. And once you develop this mindset, nothing can stop you because you no longer fear struggle, you welcome it as part of the journey to success. So whatever you're facing right now, don't see it as an excuse to quit. See it as fuel. Use it to push harder, to rise higher, and to prove to yourself that you are stronger than any obstacle in your way. Because the moment you stop seeing challenges as problems and start seeing them as opportunities, you step into a whole new level of power. Reprogram your mind for greatness. Your mind is the most powerful tool you will ever own. It controls your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately the results you create in your life. If your mind is programmed for doubt, fear, and limitation, that's exactly what your life will reflect. But if you reprogram it for confidence, success, and resilience, there is no limit to what you can achieve. The question is, who's in control? Are you running your mind, or is your mind running you? Because the moment you take control, everything changes. Most people don't even realize they are operating on outdated beliefs. Beliefs they picked up from childhood, past failures, or the people around them. They live inside invisible walls, convinced that they can only go so far, achieve so much, and be only this kind of person. But none of that is true. Those limitations are not real. They are stories. Stories that have been repeated so many times that they feel like fact. But facts can be rewritten, and so can you. That's why daily mental conditioning is so powerful. Just like training your body, you must train your mind every single day. You don't just think positively once and expect a transformation. You have to feed your mind with new beliefs, empowering thoughts, and a vision so clear that it drowns out every ounce of doubt. You have to decide, this is who I am now, and once you make that decision, everything else must align with it. But let's be real, belief alone is not enough. You must take massive action. You can't just hope to become successful. You must act like the person who is already successful. You must wake up every day with urgency, with intensity, and with the mindset that no obstacle is bigger than your commitment to greatness. Fear, push through it. Doubt, ignore it. Setbacks, use them as fuel. Because when you take relentless action, not only do you change your results, but you change who you are. And when your identity shifts, success becomes inevitable. Look around you. Who are you surrounding yourself with? What information are you absorbing? Because whether you realize it or not, your environment is shaping you. If you're around people who make excuses, think small, and settle for mediocrity, you will absorb those habits. But when you align yourself with people who think big, take risks, and push limits, their mindset will rub off on you. Your environment is either feeding your greatness or feeding your limits. Choose wisely. And finally, embrace the obstacles. Don't run from them, run toward them, because every challenge, every failure, every setback is shaping you into someone stronger. Success isn't given to those who have an easy path. It's earned by those who refuse to back down. When life knocks you down, get up stronger. When things don't go your way, find another way. See every challenge not as a roadblock, but as the very thing that will make you unstoppable. So now you have a choice. Will you continue running on the same old programming, living the same life, repeating the same patterns, or will you take control, rewire your mind, and step into the greatness you were born for? The decision is yours. But if you choose to reprogram your mind for success, if you commit to this process every single day, then nothing can stop you. Now go out there and make it happen.